PMacMovies. Boom. Back. Lame PMac. I'm out. PMacMovies back with another PMacMovies haul video. I got Baby Yoda here. I usually don't buy these type of t-shirts because they're like overpriced and stuff like that, but found a decent deal on a few t-shirts that I was actually interested in with, you know, like some kind of cool stuff on them. Baby Yoda. Me and Charmy got matching t-shirts. So maybe me and Charmy will both be sporting the Baby Yodas in a PMacMovies video coming up. Welcome. Glad you're with me here on PMacMovies. We're going to be taking a look at what I snagged up this week, including some deals you might still be able to find, and then some stuff that I found at like Goodwill, Pawn Shop, and things like that that are more like local to me. So let's take a look at what old PMac snagged up. If you do enjoy the channel and are interested in supporting the channel, take a look in the description section for ways that you can do that. Let's take a little swiggy of water. For some reason I feel thirsty this morning. I try not to drink too much water, quite honestly, but I'm just this morning I'm parched. So let's take a look at what we got. First, some deals that were available. You still might be able to find if they're still going. Let's take a look. I think this was a Best Buy one. I don't know if this is still cheap or not, but I do try to get the Studio Ghibli movies at good prices. I ended up getting this on Amazon. No, Slippy. Slippy-less. It feels naked. When Marnie was there, this got really good reviews and stuff. This one was put out by Universal. Looks like the movie's from 2014, the Blu-ray from 2015. But these tend to be good, and they're ones that me and Charmy can watch together. So it's a Blu-ray DVD combo. These ones usually tend to have nice slipcovers. So, you know, I didn't get one, but I don't know. I don't know if it had a slipcover. Probably did. But PMac's not going to cry like a bitch about it. At least on camera. Maybe off camera I might. So that was one. I think that was $10.99. So that was one that I got. This was also a Best Buy price match through Amazon. It's one that I was thinking about getting for a while. I do have all these movies on Blu-ray. Definitely wanted them on 4K, especially the first one, which has a really shoddy couple Blu-ray releases. I was kind of waiting for a better price, but I decided $37.99, I think it was. You know, with the code, I'll go ahead and snag them. It is the Predator 4 movie collection. And this one and the Marnie one, I did not post on my Instagram. I usually post when I get my movies, I post them all on Instagram. I know people will wait, you know, they'll wait until they make their YouTube video. And I don't know. I just don't know that if me posting my pickups on my Instagram is causing people to not watch my videos because of that, you know, I guess they don't really like my videos that much, so you know, when I get stuff, I post them on Instagram. I don't wait and stuff like that. I want people to watch my YouTube. I'm not gonna post my pickup. I'm not gonna post spoilers on Instagram. I don't know. Maybe that is a good idea, but I'm not gonna do it. So I'm glad that I got this. I wasn't, like I said, I'm not real thrilled with the price. But, you know, I definitely wanted the Predator on 4K. And now that, like, Disney owns Fox and stuff like that, I thought, you know, this will probably still go cheaper. But I did want to make sure that I snagged it before anything funky happened. Up next, another Best Buy price match. This was $9.99. It is Mother, starring Jennifer Lawrence. Not my favorite movie. It's really kind of a blatant, kind of Gnostic type of telling. I think Darren Aronofsky is into the Kabbalah, which is similar to Gnosticism, or a type of Gnosticism. But anyway, I won't get too much into that. I got this from Amazon, and it was, you know, just not good. Like, the case, like, let me take a look. I do already have the Blu-ray of this, but, like, look at that. Look at that right there. Holy cow. And, like, that's broken there. That's nasty. I can't remember. I think maybe they gave me, like, $5 back, because I contacted them about it. And I think that they, like, refunded me half. But, I don't know. That's even... It looks like the artwork is... The artwork might actually be okay in there. But this is definitely going to need a different case. Because this thing is just... It's destroyed pretty good. But, you know, not a great movie. You know, some people... This one was blatant. But a lot of people don't understand. A lot of movies are... really, really metaphorical. Not necessarily as blatant as this one, but, you know, you got a lot of sci-fi movies and things like that, and they're putting their actual beliefs. You know, this is, you know, Darren Aronofsky and a lot of people in Hollywood and a lot of, you know, people like that, they really believe in these sorts of things. And, you know, people just think it's silly nonsense and stuff like that. But there's a lot to be learned from mythology and things like that, and a lot of current event storylines, which is what they were. Current events and history are storylines that they're showing you. You know, just because they present something as news doesn't really mean it's news. These people who kind of run the system, run the show, they like to weave their mythology through current storylines. So any of the main storylines right now, you can very likely link back to that, things that I researched. But no, that's conspiracy talk, even though if you look at it, it can be proven. And of course, the mainstream stuff is never going to talk about that, never going to show you, because it's not for you to know. It's for them to know. And they're kind of playing at you. They're making you a fool, bitch. Sorry for calling you bitch. Not really, though. Because if you believe all the nonsense in the news, you're kind of a bitch. Anyway, let's move on to other things. Let's see what we got here. I got a whole stack from the pawn shop. This one does not belong with that stack. I got some Goodwill stuff. There is another thing that, you know, or a few things that you guys can find at your stores. I'm kind of rolling around the movie room here. This is a really good deal, though. I do already have the original release of this, but with a nice slipcover and a pretty solid movie. The commemorative edition of Justice League, The New Frontier, comes with the digital code. Walmart's the only place I've seen this for that cheap, unless Amazon price matched it. And I didn't open this one. I've actually never seen the whole movie, but I remember one night I was watching it, and it's pretty good, but I fell asleep. And sometimes if I fall asleep during movies at night, like, I have so many movies, the temptation is just to move on to the next shit. So I moved on to the next shit. And I never finished this one, so I'll need to finish it now. I don't think that this got like a better transfer or anything. It doesn't say anything about that. I think maybe it got like different special features, or maybe they just released it with a new slipcover, different artwork, things like that. That's a big possibility. Maybe they just wanted to release, you know, the digital copy, different artwork version, apparently, you know, something like that. And then another one that I thought was a pretty good deal that my buddy Albert told me about, sent me pictures of and things like that, was this Shout Factory 8-movie collection. 8 times the action. 8 times the excitement for only how much was this? $3 and something cents. You know, let's round it up to $4. It says over 12 hours of adrenaline-driven thrills. And there's some good stuff on this. There's, a couple Charles Bronson movies. They are in full screen. I think I looked into it briefly. I don't know if they were ever released on widescreen, even like their individual releases. Capricorn 1, which is a pretty good conspiracy thriller. I think they fake going to Mars or something like that. Capricorn 1 asks the question, what if mankind's biggest achievement was actually a hoax? Huh. No, going to the moon really happened. Can they prove it now? No, I mean, they actually taped over all the original stuff that they have, so they don't have any of it. They needed to tape some episodes of Days of Our Lives over the biggest event in human history, so they can't really, like, actually prove from their original footage that it happened, but you know, they wouldn't lie to you about that. That sounds totally plausible. And as far as going back to the moon now, you know, they don't have the technology for it. They lost all the technology, but it really happened though. People will believe any damn thing. I'm telling you, and people will have blowback about that. It's like, so what's the evidence? Like, just because you believed it when you were a kid, that's not, you know, that doesn't prove that it happened. But anyway, I mean, this movie is, you know, they have to show you truth in plain sight. They have to show you the truth, and a lot of times they utilize movies for that. So I think Capricorn 1 might actually be a Mars fake, but it's showing you like some truth through that. We got like a movie with Burt Lancaster, The Cassandra Crossing. Also Richard Harris. I actually popped in The Domino Principle starring Gene Hackman. It seemed like the quality of it was pretty good for, you know, there's 4 movies per disc. There's 2 discs in here, but and 4 movies per disc. But it seemed like fine quality, like, you know, standard kind of DVD, older movie DVD quality. The Eagle Has Landed is on here. All Quiet on the Western Front. I think I have the Blu-ray of that. I believe it's that movie. But you know, I think this is a pretty cool set, pretty cool bargain. Just watching that Domino Principle, that by itself might be worth $3. It seemed like it was actually pretty decent. Let's clap a little bit. A couple more ones that you may be able to find from Walmart. Walmart put this out early, a couple weeks early. It is the Rob Zombie Trilogy on Blu-ray. This has, you know, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. I do already have the first 2. So, Kimberly, if you need House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects on Blu-ray, I don't need my individual copies. I'll just keep the set. I'm pretty sure. I know I have 1,000 Corpses on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I have Devil's Rejects too. I could be wrong on that now that I'm thinking about it, but I think I do. 3 from Hell I did not have. And this is a pretty cool set. Comes with the digital code, and then Blu-rays for each movie. Not a big fan of these, but you know, for $13, it also, from Walmart, it comes with a $5 Voodoo credit. It did not come with InstaWatch, but this, you know, I thought this was a pretty good deal. And then some people were saying like the Target Steelbook was selling out. I was like, $30, that's too expensive. But this is something that could very well end up being like a nice collector's item. And I was in the area yesterday. I was around at Target, so I was like, I'll stop in and see if they have it. They had 2 copies. I decided to go ahead and snag one. It is $30 for the Steelbook. It's a really nice Steelbook. It's got like one of those plastic slip covers on the outside there, slip covers. So this is, you know, it's got nice, I think pretty nice artwork there. So if you're a fan of this trilogy, this is definitely one that you'll probably be interested in. I thought it was pretty cool. If, you know, Target comes out and has a ton more of them, it's not going to be worth anything, but that store only had 2, so it seems like it might be a pretty limited item. So I'm going to keep that in the wrapping and return it maybe if I think it's going to be like not a rare item or something. I'll just return it. Another one that may still be available, but this deal might be over. You know, every once in a while, Zavvi UK does a Aero video, Aero. So they had Aero video, they had some Aero Academy, buy one, get one. And, you know, the shipping and stuff has went up. But there is still some good deals. I think my order, I think my purchases ended up about 12 something each, about $12. And the first one that I got in, like, Zavvi will ship everything individually. I don't know why they do it that way. They'd be a lot better off putting everything in a box with some, you know, protection in there. But they ship them all individually. And I got Why Don't You Just Die? This is like a Russian horror comedy. I read good things about it. I was interested in it. Looks like it's from 2018. This Blu-ray is from 2020, but I read good things. It got pretty good reviews. I think that this one will be region free because the US did get a release of this also. It says region B on the back, but I think so. This is also on sale at Best Buy for like $13.99. So with tax and everything, I think I probably saved around $3 getting it from the UK. I did order it before, you know, the US one went on sale, but I'm glad to get it for around 12 bucks there. And I did get the little booklet in there with it. And the reverse artwork there. So Aero Video, Why Don't You Just Die? You know, Aero tends to release a lot of like classic kind of horror stuff, but this is a more modern foreign horror one. Some more that may still be available to you for Best Buy. Not an incredible deal, but I thought some stuff for pretty decent prices here. These were buy two, get one. Most of them were $12.99. Buy two, get one. They end up being, I think, 8 and change is what they ended up being. So after tax, they're like 9 or maybe a little bit more. So they're, you know, this isn't that great a deal. But we were out there, and I was like, you know, we went out there to you know, spend some time with Charmaine's family and friends, and we got a bunch of fish and stuff like that out there. So I figured PMac can't go shopping without Horton. He's got a problem. Best Buy doesn't have a whole lot right now. They're not stocking a whole lot. I've seen some, you know, YouTube videos and stuff where they're pretty much totally getting rid of movies, which, you know, it's been moving towards that for years. So, you know, it's really inevitable. You know, Target's doing it, Best Buy's doing it. Walmart's, you know, some Walmarts still have a fair amount, but, you know, it's happening. It is what it is. But anyway, so $12.99, and these end up being like $9 or whatever after tax, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe. I guess I could calculate, and you know, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I got Knives Out here with slipcover. The slipcover isn't in wonderful condition, but I think this was the only one there that had a slipcover. And I'm not real worried about getting this in 4K and stuff like that. I know Walmart's had the 4K of it, I think for $15, possibly $13 for the 4K. The digital code of this will redeem in 4K anyway, so when I can still get the same amount of money back on that. And I don't really care about having it in 4K. It was a pretty good movie. I have seen it. I haven't actually opened my copy of it yet. Rian Johnson directed it. Stars Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, who I do like, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson. This is a star-studded cast. Christopher Plummer. So pretty solid movie. I enjoyed that one. And another Lionsgate one, you know, not super interested in seeing this, but for that price I decided I'd snag it with the Slippy, which is pretty shiny. It is midway here on Blu-ray. Again, not you know, I'm not really concerned regarding getting the 4K of it. This is directed by Roland Emmerich. It's a World War II movie. Starring Woody Harrelson, Patrick Wilson's in the back there, Dennis Quaid. Who else is in this sucker? Ed Skrein, Luke Evans, Aaron Eckhart. Man, this has quite the cast too. Luke Evans, is he in everything nowadays? Mandy Moore. So it's got quite the cast there. Midway, little war propaganda. Totally BS, I'm sure, most of it. No, that is historically accurate. If they say it is, it is. But probably a Roland Emmerich movie, pretty much most people realize it's totally not historically accurate, although it does say, based on real events, that we turned into a bunch of BS. Another one, there's $12.99. I've heard that this movie's really not good at all, really bad. But, you know, for this price, I decided to snag with, I think, mint Slippy. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I'm not really into Kevin Smith anymore. I used to be. I used to really enjoy these movies. But I have heard mostly bad things about this. But it was... This deal, it didn't include like a ton of titles, so I kind of had to pick the best ones, and Charmaine was waiting in the car, so I had to hurry up. And this is one that I've wanted for a while. It seems like it doesn't really drop in price that greatly. I decided to get it. It is Ma here on Blu-ray. I did see one copy of this with slipcover, but I don't know what happened to the slipcover, but it was like totally destroyed in this area, and it went into like the artwork in the case and stuff. And, like, I could have taken the slipcover and put it on this, but the slipcover was so bad. Like, it was real. I was like, so, I just decided to go with that copy without the slipcover. Another one, there's $12.99. The Dead Don't Die here, which I saw some people were getting this with a Slippy Dippy. There was only one copy of this. And it didn't have the slipcover, so I didn't have the option. Directed by Jim Jarmusch. I did watch this. I fell asleep for a portion of it. It's, you know, nothing great. I didn't think it was, like, terrible. Mildly amusing. Had some, like, kind of political stuff in it. I don't know. I feel like Jim Jarmusch is one of these guys that, I don't know, he, like, tries to be funny and, like, a smart liberal sort of way or something. I don't really find it that funny. It was okay though. It has Bill Murray in it, and Tilda Swinton's character is kind of interesting in this. She's like a samurai. I won't give too much away other than that. Adam Driver, Danny Glover's in this. Who else was okay in this? I don't know. Steve Buscemi had a fairly small role, and we got I watched part of this, too, but I can't remember if I fell asleep or Charmaine just didn't want to watch it. It is the rhythm section. This one was only $9.99, so getting this in the buy two, get one with a bunch of $13 movies, it only saved me like $1 on it, so it wasn't like a bargain or anything like that. This is a recent one from 2020, 109 minutes. Like I said, we did start watching this. I thought it was pretty interesting. You know, Blake Lively's good. I like her. Jude Law's in this. I didn't get to the part where Jude Law's in it, so I was thinking, like, when I went down to get this, it was by the Blu-ray player, and I was like, we did start that. Did I finish it? Like, I totally couldn't remember, because I had watched another movie, something like this. Like, I had watched Anna, and then I watched this a little bit after, and I was kind of getting confused as to what was what, but yeah, I guess I didn't watch much of this, but I can't remember. It's like those Archon characters from Dark City, like, did something to my memory, because it was just last weekend, and it's like, how much did that, why did we stop watching it? Like, I can't even remember what happened. It's really weird. They went in and changed my memories. Those aliens from Dark City. Anywho, The Adjustment Bureau. Anyway, I did, there was an $8 one. I had a $5 Best Buy gift certificate too, so I considered that used towards this. The Banana Splits movie, this was $8, so with the $5 thing, this was down to $3. Heard mixed things about this. It is one that I wanted, and I think $8 is as cheap as it's been. 89 minutes. Might be one that's like $4 on Black Friday. You know, Black Friday is going to all be like online, I think. I don't know how they're going to do it otherwise, unless they, oh, we're only going to let 5 people in the store at once. No, not 5, that's exaggerating, but, you know, they're going to do something. Gotta push the story. I mean, by November, I think they're really going to be pushing things back out there. According to the storyline that we have, you can kind of piece together what they're plotting as far as this story. I mean, none of it's in reality, but they in the news uses, you can, if you watch a lot of movies, you can see the storyline, the foreshadowing developing like you would in a movie. And they're putting so much stuff out there about what's going to happen in the fall and the winter. They're developing the storyline. So then when they put it out there, oh yeah, they told me that this was going to happen. So that's what's going on. I still have, so those are kind of some deals that you guys can participate in, at least some of those. But I think the rest of this stuff is like local stuff I found. So let's take a look at that. Goodwill Pawn Shop. First from Goodwill, I got another Warner Archive collection, Made in Heaven here, starring Timothy Hutton, Kelly McGillis, directed by Alan Rudolph. I don't know who the heck he is. It sounded pretty interesting, actually. It's like a romantic movie, but it's got like a kind of interesting twist. Deceased drifter Mike arrives in heaven and quickly falls for newborn soul Annie, soon to start her assignment on Earth. Sounds pretty interesting. So for $2 for I figure I'm never gonna be able to find this one again. In Warner Archive, you're probably not gonna be able to find it again. So I snagged that one up. Up next, this one looks familiar to me. Does this have a Blu-ray release? It's Michael Keaton in The Dream Team. This look, I feel like I've heard Louis Switcher talk about this one. This might be a Louis Switcher classic, but it's got Christopher Lloyd, Peter Boyle, and Stephen Furst in it. Dream Team. Always some fun Michael Keaton. And I don't know if this has a Blu-ray. When I'm at that Goodwill, I was looking up if it had a Blu-ray, but in that particular one, it doesn't load. My data doesn't work in there. Let's see if I can find Dream Team Blu-ray. It does have a Blu-ray. It looks like it's one of like the Universal kind of on-demand sort of thing, so it's fairly pricey. So glad to get the DVD for only $2. I think it was in mint condition. And then I was kind of lucky to go. I just stopped in. I had an appointment, and Charmaine was with me, and then we went back through by the Goodwill near work, and I was glad I stopped in, because I had stopped in the day before, and I think I only got the one. I only got the Made in Heaven, but that second time is when I got Dream Team, and then I got 101 Dalmatians here. I do have the Best Buy Steelbook of this. This is still kind of sealed. It does have the code in it, and it has the slipcover, which is not wonderful condition, but pretty good. So 101 Dalmatians, $3 with the code. Beer me. They had 101 Dalmatians 2, and I believe the slipcover is what is the Disney Movie Club exclusive. And it is a nice slipcover. It's like a matte kind of velvety, and this one is still sealed. So that was a cool one. I do already have this too, which I got for free from the Disney Movie Club. Or not the Movie Club, the rewards, when they had really good deals on the rewards. Another one I do already have, but I did not have this edition of it. The Disney Movie Club exclusive of the Aristocats. With the digital code, with the slipcover. Still sealed. $3. You beer yourself. And then another one I'm pretty sure I have. I have this, right? I must have it. It is the Fox and the Hound with Disney Movie Club exclusive slipcover, which is in solid condition, and it is still sealed. I'm not sure what's exclusive about this. I thought this got a regular release, unless I'm thinking of a different movie. Probably the slipcover still. And then I did grab another copy of The Black Panther here with Slippy. I think I may actually already have a Slippy copy of this, but with the digital code. This one wasn't sealed, but the digital code still works. And, you know, Disney, their rewards program, which I think is called Disney Insiders, that is apparently supposed to be bringing back some of the collectibles, like movies and stuff like that here very, very soon. I don't know that it started yet, but within the next few days, I think that's starting back up. I did get a few more from Goodwill yesterday. I got Primary Colors with John Travolta. I think this is John Travolta doing kind of like a Bill Clinton thing. And then Emma Thompson is Emma Thompson doing the Hillary Clinton thing. I've never seen this movie. I'm pretty sure this one does. I'm pretty sure this does have a Blu-ray. But for $2 for the anamorphic widescreen DVD, I decided to go ahead and snag it. Billy Bob Thornton also in this. Maura Tierney, Kathy Bates. Directed by Mike Nichols. Primary colors. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. What a bunch of crap that all was. Anyway, up next, I got Charles Bronson in Assassination. I think this might be in like a multi-DVD pack, a Charles Bronson set. I would think that the transfer of this is better. I could be totally wrong. So it's 88 minutes. It says it's in widescreen. Hopefully it's anamorphic. It doesn't say anamorphic on it. So it has the full screen on one side, the widescreen one on the other side. Got to get me some Charles Bronson. I think Kino released this on Blu-ray. It seems like. Up next, we got a movie that I had actually never heard of. The Fall of the Roman Empire. This is a 2-disc set. It is, a really nice, shiny slipcover from the Miriam collection. Sophia Loren, Christopher Plummer, Alec Guinness. First time on DVD, digitally remastered, in picture and sound 2-box for this baby. Let's see here. From 1964. I think that said this is 185 minutes. I don't see where it says that. But I think, oh yeah, down in the corner it says 185 minutes there. So, kind of a nice one. This is still sealed, by the way. So, brand new for $2. Grab me that one. And then we got some pawn shop stuff. I had stopped in the pawn shop Friday last week, and then I had some car work out by the pawn shop here yesterday. So I went in not really expecting anything. I came out with 10 movies, $1 each. First off, this one came with the digital code. Condemned 2, starring Randy Orton. Wes Studi's in this too. Wes Studi. From 2015, WWE Studios. Lionsgate put out this one, 90 minutes. Now, the disc is kind of scratched up, but it does come with the digital code, which I couldn't test. Usually, when I get them from there, they work. So, I'm hoping that it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got this. Because, yeah, the disc is... I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it there a little bit. It's not great. Some of that smudgy crap that'll wipe off. But, yeah, it's not the greatest. But I figure if the code works, it's probably worth about $3. So, it was worth it to grab that. Let me know about these movies, because some of these are like ones I don't really know much about. I'm interested in you guys, if you guys know anything about these movies. I did look up like reviews and stuff real quick. Next up, Let Me Die Quietly. From Breaking Glass Pictures, a neo-noir thriller. And I briefly looked into reviews and stuff, and it sounded like it did pretty well. I think this one was in good condition. Yeah, the disc is excellent there. So that's good. Pretty good, pretty good. And then we got one called Fighter. Version Francais. Hope it has English subbies. Fighter, it does, it has English on the back of it. It has English and French. So this is like a Canadian one. Yeah, it's Mongrel. But it should have subtitles, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to watch the movie. But it does have the English. So if it doesn't, yeah, let's see, subtitles. It says English on the back here. Optional English subtitles, yeah. So, but again, I looked into this one and it looked like it was pretty good too. So, grab that. Don't really see that at all. And then, glad to find this one. I believe this is a rental copy. Yes, it is. This one does have a few scratchies, but it is one that I wanted. It is a Brian De Palma movie, and it's got Nicolas Coster-Waldau, and it's got Guy Pearce also, and Carice Van Houten. I like all three of those actors. That's cool. Domino. That Carice Van Houten, she's something. But Nikolaj from Game of Thrones is good too. Actually, Van Houten's from Game of Thrones also. And then Guy Pearce, who's in all sorts of stuff. Looks like a badass one. Maybe get that on Blu-ray eventually. Then we have Francis Ford Coppola presents The Legend of Geriatric. Geriatric? It looks like this is actually a Sony one. Anamorphic widescreen. It says, in the 16th century, the beautiful princess Geriatric, I don't know how to pronounce that, married a man she did not love in order to prevent a bitter clash between the powerful families in Thailand's empire. Soon after, this daring princess would battle a band of traitors plotting to take the royal throne, but her greatest challenge would put her in the front lines of the most brutal war in the country's history. 142 minutes. Look like a cool one for $1, and it's in mint condition. I don't see anything on that. Another movie, I believe this was another rental one from Lionsgate. This got excellent reviews. It's called 71. You know, a war movie where apparently he gets kind of like on his own. Sounded like a pretty good one. You can see like the rental thing on there. Lionsgate put this out, and the disc looks pretty good. It might have been resurfaced, but it looks pretty good. So another one for $1. And then I thought something like this was at Dollar Tree, but I didn't get it. Maybe it was a different one. The Last Boy here. This is another rental copy, and it's in pretty good condition. I remember something like this being at Dollar Tree, and I looked up the reviews, and it didn't sound very good. So I don't know if it was this one or like a different one, because the reviews sounded, you know, made it seem pretty decent. Like I would have gotten it there. It might have just been another movie with Luke Goss in it that I passed on. That's probably a pretty good possibility, actually. Then we got one starring Jeff Fahey, Dennis Hopper, Lance Henriksen. Old DVD here called Unspeakable. I don't really know much about this, but it's got some intriguing elements to it. You know, Lance and Dennis. It's got some prison stuff in it here, and the disc is in for, you know, an older disc. It's in good condition. And it's even got the old insert. Species 3. Own it on DVD, which I think I do have. And then I have the Blu-ray of both of those also. 2004. Now, you know, Blu-ray now. So those were like a big deal back then, maybe. And I'm pretty sure the Blu-ray of this one's available at Hamilton Book. So maybe people have found this at Dollar Tree, maybe. I haven't. It is called The Guilty. This movie's subtitled. This one is a foreign movie. Danish. It's Danish. I watched that really good Danish one. This is from 2017. The DVD was just out in 2019, so that's pretty cool. Was a rental copy there, and it got really good reviews. The disc has got some smudges and stuff, but I don't see any significant scratches. So another good one for $1. I think I had thought about getting this before, but it was like the only one I wanted, so I wasn't even going to bother like checking out. Didn't want it that bad. And then this one, another Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. That's why I got this one. It is Shadow of the Sword. The artwork on this one is like, looks like a bootleg kind of artwork. And it was put out by MTV Video. I couldn't really find much about the DVD. It says copyright 2007. Couldn't really find much about the DVD of this. It was an old Hollywood Video rental, so that's kind of neat. But I was like, for $1, I'll snag it. I like me some Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. So I snagged it, and I popped it in last night, and it is an anamorphic widescreen. And the picture quality wasn't like horrible. I was able to turn subtitles on, but then they were like foreign subtitles. So it doesn't have English subtitles. But the picture quality, while not great, it was watchable on my 50-inch TV. Like, it wasn't like totally horrible or anything like that. So glad to get this one. Looked like one that, you know, you wouldn't normally find. During the time of the Inquisition in the 16th century Europe, two childhood friends find themselves taking opposite paths in life, as one becomes an executioner and the other a mercenary. The two friends soon become deadly enemies. Shadow of the Sword on Blu-ray home video. Quit being weird, PMac. I do believe that is everything for this week's haul. I got so much shit piled up around here, though. Who knows? But that's everything. So again, if you enjoy my videos and are interested in helping out or communicating with old PMac, take a look in the description section for ways to do that. If you do email me, I put some spaces in my email. There's like bots or something. If you actually just put your email in there, I'll get a bunch of junk mail. So if you email me, realize you can't just copy and paste the email. I did put some spaces there. But anyway, I think that's it. PMac needs to go continue laundry. So we'll see you next time on PMacMovies.